Hey guys, I am Sharon Tillman here, also known as Yo, Who Are You Life Coach. I am here today because I want to talk a little bit about life coaching. So I've had a few people to ask, how do I really know when I need a life coach? Like, I want to get a life coach. I think I might need a life coach, but like, what are some things that lets me know that this is something that I need to do? So because my life coaching is specific to knowing who you are, does that mean that's all we're going to talk about? Absolutely not. Like, there's so many barriers to it. Anytime you're at a place in your life when you know you want more, you know you need more, you know you desire more, that's a place when you know that life coaching is for you. It is definitely different from counseling. We're not going back to your childhood to really bring up or uproot. That's more of what your counselor will do. But we are definitely here to center in on the identity of Christ, who he's called you to be, what exactly is distorting that for you, what's hindering you, what's keeping you from getting to that place where you can really lock in on that. And then we're going to move forward in boldness, in resilience, in courage, in confidence on who he's called you to be. So if you can stop and really just think, if you can stop and ask yourself, like, hey, like, do I struggle with identity? What identity do I take on? Like, do I believe like who God has called me to be? Like, do I believe the things that he says about me? Or do I believe what culture says? Do I believe what man says? Do I believe what sometimes my family and friends have said? I give a quick testimony of myself because I'm super transparent. I remember when I was growing up, and as I said in my initial introductory video, I struggled with identity, right? So I remember when I was growing up, and I literally used to hear all the time, you're going to be just like your mother. Oh, Sharon's going to be just like her mom. She's going to be just like her mom. And I shared this with my mom so many times, and it wasn't my mom that said it, but it was so many people who were a part of our lives that I guess would look at my mom's life. My mom had me young. We've never hid that. And they would look at my mom's life and they would just automatically say, Sharon's going to be just like her mom. She's going to be just like her mom. Like, I never heard anything good. So it was easy for me to take on the identity of what people were saying, take on the identity of the environment that I was growing up in, take on the identity of what man or culture had already said that I was going to be. But I knew that there was something different. And although I struggled with it, I fought with it. Guys, I wasn't ready to like just give in to what God was saying. It was hard for me to believe. And so sometimes I say, how do you know like what God is saying? And why is it hard for you to believe it? Well, it's hard to believe because sometimes it's distorted. Listen, we can go so deep into this thing, and trust me, I want to. You're going to have to check out my podcast. It's Who Are You with I Am Sharon Tillman, which is going to be airing all platforms where podcasts are airing, and we're going to get so deep into this thing. I'm so excited. I will also be conducting lives every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, which will be airing live on YouTube, airing live on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at I Am Sharon Tillman. Follow me on YouTube at I Am Sharon Tillman. Make sure you tell your family and friends. It'll be every Tuesday night, and we're going to talk somewhere in the line of identity, and we're going to help you get to the place where you need to be. If you want my services, listen, if you want this thing one-on-one, I'm going to go deep with you, but you're only going to get that deepness if we're working one-on-one together, okay? But if you want those services, check out my website, hit up my DMs. I got you covered. Listen, I am Sharon Tillman, and I love you for real. Have an amazing Wednesday.